Oh, come on. Come on.
I can show you the world. Shining, shimmering, splendid.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Okay, what he's referring to is I was at a party with Justin Rojas and his wife, and Justin and I sang A Whole New World. I was jabbing. I was crazy next to his hair.
I can totally see that.
I wish I didn't have to.
I apologize.
It's okay. I'll get you later.
Do you have a question for Jasmine?
Well, I do play cross-dressers, so...
Whoa.
No, I'm not gonna.
How many people play cross-dressers? You? You do too?
Point at me.
We play boys, so...
That's cross-dressing.
Okay, yeah. We play boys.
What's your question? About cross-dressing?
That's two.
My question is, which of your out of your whole voice acting career, which character has touched you the most, or which was your favorite?
Anybody in particular? Which one touched you the most?
Where did they touch you? You have this ball, and I want you to point to the ball and tell me where this touched you. No, you can't go back in the closet now. Sit down. We already know, Jasmine. We already know.
Where did they touch you?
Oh my God.
Or just your favorite character?
All right, thank you. I've had several favorites, but maybe I'm fondest of the very first role that I got at Funimation, which is almost 10 years ago now, and I was cast as the idiot detective Richard Moore. Which was a lot of fun, which was pretty much my own voice. I didn't really have to put on a voice so much for Richard. And he was so delightfully dim and chaotic and loud and obnoxious and totally egotistical, and I can't imagine why they cast me. I have several favorites, but that's certainly one of them.
I was going to say the same thing. I think your first one is just sort of your... I played Monica in Ghost Hunt, and as you know, Sharon was another job. So, and that was, it wasn't really my first, but like my first tour, like you said before, like they started me out a little slow with a few things, but that was my first big one, and it was really cool because since then I haven't really done a lot of voices that were of that style and that low and weird, and she got to be crazy and like possessed and stuff, and that was always really fun. And yeah, that was my favorite.
Yay.
Yeah, I think your first usually is your best. My first was Krillin, and I loved it.
Yeah.
I mean, I love Macy's and all that stuff too, but the Krillin is the one that's closest to me.
Okay, my first role was Cyan Peach Girl, so that was not a sweetheart. I mean, evil. I think there's always like scenes, I think, in all of them that I'm like, oh, this is so sweet, but there's 3 that I know that I cried when I recorded them, like off the top of my head I can remember. I cried when I was recording Lucy in Fairy Tale.
Yeah.
I cried when I was recording Mine Ghost Hunt. And I cried recording Lizzie and Black Butler. So I think those were the 3 that they had like really big scenes that I connected with so much at the time that I cried in the booth. And then they were like, are you crying?
I mean, obviously, like, my first role is really sentimental, but it's not my favorite. My first role was was Emmy in Live Girls of Iron. I think my...
That's the touching one, right?
Yes. Save the world. Anyway, I think my very favorite role that I've gotten the chance to play so far is Yomi in Gallery Zero, and I cried during that recording process too. Regardless of whether or not you want to watch the dub or watch it in sub, just watch the show because it's fantastic. It's got a really great plot. And then I guess my second favorite is Mizuki from Baka and Test because it's one of the highest characters I've ever done, and that was really fun and interesting, and I got to hear something in my voice that I hadn't gotten to hear before. And I was like, woohoo! And she's nuts and crazy and fantastic and sweet, so, and kills people with her cooking.
My first character was Malik in Blast Rider. The one person who's seen Blast Rider, and he was I felt bad for him because he always got picked on, got beat up, and nothing good ever happened to him. So I wanted to like give him cookies, but he's a cartoon character. So but I'd say the most like emotional character that really struck a chord with me was Tsutomu from Bury the Mighty Deco. That was fun. I like the fact that you yell at my character a lot.
All the time.
Yeah.
I yell at a lot of people in a lot of different shows.
Any other questions?
I watched her song the first time ever.
I don't want to
Last night I found it on YouTube and I was like, what is your favorite scene that you've ever recorded? Oh, my favorite scene
Ever.
Favorite scene?
Next question.
I'm recording you.
I have several favorite scenes. One of my favorite scenes I've ever recorded was Hughes's death.
Oh, wait, which one? Brotherhood or the original?
Because, well, that was one of the few episodes that I actually got to see a week beforehand because Mike McFarlane, who was directing it, said that this is a very pivotal episode, so we need you to see this beforehand. And so I got to watch it, and then, yeah, that's rare, right? And he actually gave me the recording of the Japanese so I could see it beforehand as well. And so it was a very special episode, although of course he dies, and then I was unemployed for a while. But my other favorite scene was when Krillin has this device that can deactivate the androids, and you realize that he's in love with this android, right? That's why he's having this problem deactivating her. And the cool thing for me was, like, at that point, usually I just had to match mouth flaps on the screen, right? But this was a scene where it was all mental lines, so I really got to just act, you know, and present it the way I wanted to present it. And I really got to know Krillin doing that scene. And I was like, oh, this poor sap's just looking for love. Now I know who he is. So those are my favorite scenes. Next.
I guess one of my favorite scenes, most of my favorite scenes I don't think I can say because they have spoilers in them and I don't want to do anyone a disservice, but one of the ones that I can think of off the top of my head is I played young Queen Victoria in Black Butler, and when she sings this creepy London Bridge is Falling Down song.
I get to do that too.
Her husband has been sewn to her and he's slowly deteriorating, and so she's like, how does my tears falling down? And she's like dying as like the skin's coming off of her face, and it's real nasty and creepy.
Well, obviously the three that I mentioned earlier, there were a lot of scenes I really loved recording that. You don't remember, but in Ghost Hunt, you played a really creepy villain in the Bloodstained Labyrinth. And we recorded that with the lights off. And you were completely recorded, and they didn't tell me that you were recorded, so I just reacted to you, and that was awesomely cool.
That's not my favorite scene.
Yeah, it was awesome. And then when I there's a lot of scenes in Black Butler that I had so much fun recording. A lot of scenes in Dance and Vampire Buns were really fun to record. Yeah, it was very fun. But one of the scenes that I really, really liked, one of the shows that I really liked doing, I just came in to do Nabari, and I didn't know what I was going to play, and they let me work on Shijima. So I got to create a voice on the fly that was completely different. And then she's like really sweet, really creepy, but she's not very sweet. She like is immortal and just takes people down if you don't listen to her. And it was like, I felt really powerful when I left. I was like, yeah, do that. And then I was like, check it at the door before you drive home, because that's not safe. But I was like, I'm immortal and I'm awesome when I left.
It's a good feeling.
Yeah, and
If you've ever experienced immortality, it's awesome.
Anyone else have a good scene, favorite scene?
My favorite scene, as of late, was a character I played in the second season of Black Butler. I played Thomas Wallace in the Will the Reaper OVA, and getting to just pull out a British accent for the first time, and then, well, spoiler happens, but it was it was really fun, and I'm actually kind of excited to see how that turned out.
You know, that Black Butler was awesome because we were always told not to do British accents.
Yeah.
You know, that's the one that we've been suppressing for years. But then this one, it required it, so it was just everybody was chomping at the bit to be in that.
I think when we all like looked at the book and it was like must have a British accent, we were all like, how many dialects do you need? Like I mean like
countryside,
yeah.
we're talking London.
What Cockney, it was broken down.
Cockney,
in the
yeah.
character book, like,
Liverpoolian.
Queen's English, Cockney, you know.
Really?
I freaked out because,
Really?
well, English isn't really my first language per se, so having to do anything other than that, I'm like, what is this? No.
I told Ian, I was like, how many do you want more? And he was like, no, it's fine,
Jeez.
Jeremy. I was like, come on.
Ian didn't even tell me.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't just way cool.
So like everybody had an accent.
And then I got to be the obnoxious one. Oh, so fun.
You guys said, why wasn't Sam there when he was wrecked?
I know.
Like, what, Lauren?
Well,
It was in Australia, though. It was English. We know you're from England, man.
Question back home. Yeah, I'm pointing at you. I don't know anybody else.
Courtney.
Okay, long story short, my dad started...
Wait, you didn't even start yet.
I'm explaining.
Okay.
My dad started this at Christmas just to get our imaginations going, so imagine everything is taken care of in the world. There are no one's going hungry, no one needs to be saved, everything's good. If you had $10 million to yourself, what would you do with it?
Everybody's taken care of, so we would be taken care
And
of
for
as well.
selfish reasons, what would you do with it? What would you spend money on?
Oh, we have to use it for a selfish reason.
I mean, you can use it for something else, but I mean,
I moved to Disney World. I wouldn't actually have to live in a park, you know. I would, you know, one of the nice condos would be fine. But
I think I'd be doing exactly what I'm doing now, just more so.
Yeah.
On a bigger budget.
On a bigger budget, yeah. Like I do a web comic now, you know, but I would be producing it at the highest quality, you know. Do you feel like you're lacking anywhere in your life? That's what I'm saying. That's the real question here. Are you, Jeremy, lacking in your life, and the $10 million would change?
No, I would probably travel.
Yeah, I would travel.
I would travel with it, and
I would take you too if you gave me.
I would travel, and I would produce films that I've written or that other people have written, stories that I really like, and keep working.
Yeah.
And buy a house.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the vanity projects would increase.
Yeah.
How did you guys get spoiled on something that's ever happened there on in the show?
Okay, sorry.
one more time.
How did you guys get spoiled when you were doing recording?
How often do we get spoiled?
Yes, like you mentioned earlier, you a week before you saw Hugh's death.
Oh, like spoilers. Generally not that often unless we read ahead in the manga, you know.
It depends on the director too.
Yeah.
Yeah, like some directors want to tell us ahead of time, and others are like, oh no, I want you to like have a journey with the character.
Yeah, they want you to experience it as they're experiencing.
So yeah, we'll be watching it and recording it. I think there's been one time where we were recording and I just went a little bit further than I had watched. And then I was like, that didn't last long, so I was like, whoa! What? Whoa! Like, yeah, that was fun for us to share everything. That scared me. Are you dubbing Black Butler season 2?
Isn't it
Well, I'm
out?
not. My character's gone.
Oh,
Dropped
yeah,
it.
Yeah,
they just posted the cast list like a week ago. So
And there are a ton of clips.
there's tons of clips. There's an Allison CLN
Yeah.
which
And
is
then
hilarious, and there's tons. Yeah.
There's a disgusting
Yeah,
one.
and season 2 is.
It's coming out in April, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, lots of things coming out.
Are you guys not gonna dub any case closed anymore?
Ooh, that'd be cool.
Where's Justin?
Your mouth to God's ears.
Yeah.
Let me take that.
Yeah.
She's asked if we're going to do any more case closed. What a lovely idea. I did almost nothing else for about the first 2 years I worked at Funimation. The short answer is that I've always heard is that it never worked on American TV because it was a little too adult for the kiddies and it was a little too kiddie for the
watched it when I was
adults.
like 4.
Right? Even though, is it still a primetime show? As far as I know, it's still running. What's possible is that we've done about 5 or 6 of the movies.
Okay.
And they've done a case close. It's called Detective Conan in Japan. And I think, as far as I know, they've done a Detective Conan movie just about every year. Wow. So with any luck, maybe we'll get to do some more case closed movies.
Okay.
But no plans for that, as far as I know at this point. But right, call. Call. More case closed. More Richard Moore. More.
Yeah.
More such a
Random question. If you were a cupcake, what flavor would you be and what frosting would you have?
Repeat that question.
I love cupcakes, but I just found out that I'm allergic to wheat. So it has to be a gluten-free cupcake.
No, you are the cupcake.
I am the cupcake.
Cupcake fairy. Right.
I know.
You are a cupcake. You don't have to be gluten-free. We're going to eat you.
And I just jumped off board that ship.
What do you have against her? You don't want to eat her? She's delicious.
It's gluten-free.
Alright, keep it clean down there.
What happened to your arm?
Don't ask that question, especially after the movie.
This is a rough mini-con.
Short answer, all cupcakes are delicious. Yeah. I don't think it's they're really delicious, I just can't eat them.
Are those fish heads on the side of your? I know.
Really?
They're here.
I know.
Okay.
Somebody pick somebody.
What is your question? Fish head.
Are y'all making a Bakken test season 2?
Say what?
That actually got announced. Yes, we are. So, yeah. Speak about those things. Yes.
Did you ask about Baccano?
Baccano's cool too.
Oh yes, Baccano is.
Your question is, he has a question?
Yes, it is.
Well, I'm not asking him.
My question is for Jeremy.
Yes.
If you were a cake.
Ava, let's make sure I got the name right. I'm a big fan of Ava. I was wondering, which character did you play in the movie? It was listed that you were in there.
Oh,
And how did you like working in the show?
it was very cool. I think I actually had a very small, like, doing announcer roles and the, and things are exploding or imploding or whatever, and I'm an announcer and like warning everyone to get up and watch out because they'll die. So that was cool. Yeah, I got to be an adult, which was nice, and the show looked really cool. Sure.
This gentleman over here.
If you could be any other character in anime, who would it be?
Be it or play it?
Play.
That changes everything.
I was going to say Vegeta, but now I'm changing it.
Other than characters we've already played, what other characters would we like to do in shows that we've been in?
Yeah. Dang it, I changed everything again.
Shows that we've been in.
I'm gonna say Bulma.
Or just like.
Say, Sonny, what does the scouter say about his power level?
No, don't.
It's over 9,000!
That's my Bulma. That's my Bulma.
That was very beautiful.
Why is it why you didn't get to play? I don't know. I feel pretty fortunate. I got to play really well. I don't feel like my life is not complete for not playing.
I'm always happy just to get work.
Yeah. Well, and
I'm
even
never gonna complain.
even if we liked one role before we got to know the show, like the directors really know what's best for the show and know us and know what we're gonna enjoy the most, I think. So when we're working on the show, even like with me, I'll be like, oh, I really like that character a lot, but as I'm working on my show and playing my character, I'm like, no, I like this one better.
Yeah, you always like the character you're working on now the best.
No, that's true, because it's freshest.
Yeah.
Well,
and you're just getting to know. Well,
I'm joking. I'm just kidding. I love the character. I want it to be Maka!
I know secretly you wish you were Patty, and that's okay.
Hey, we got to switch characters at a con, so it's fine. I mean, wait, no, Josh got to be Patty. That wasn't fair.
That was, you never got to be Patty.
No.
I know, you're really sad about that.
Be Patty now! Be Patty
Do the
now!
laugh, Micah.
This is your chance.
I can show you the world.
I feel like there's a shovel here, and I'm gonna... Alright.
Come on, Jasmine, do it.
You just...
Yeah, you guys missed it!
I'm looking.
Alright, I'm at the way in the back there, yeah. The camera.
Oh, Lord.
What's your name? Alexandra, this is for you, baby.
Destructo Disc! Honey, baby.
How did you like playing Ayano in Kaze no Stigma?
That was awesome. That was like the second fighting character that I ever got to do. And I had worked on Negama as Setsuna, and Jamie kind of taught me fighting, but getting to do all the battle cries and all of that stuff, it's so much fun. So that was a good show.
It was also her first gluten-free roll.
It was my first It's very true. Very true.
I have another question for you.
Okay.
Have you ever gone back over Ayana's role and sped up her voice and listened to it?
No, I imagine that would be terrifying.
Why have you? They have.
I sound like a chipmunk, don't I? Like a baby chipmunk.
Baby chipmunk.
You can listen to it, you'll laugh.
Okay, that's awesome.
Zach and Peter do that a lot.
Yeah.
Do you have any questions about chipmunks?
Wish I did. But could you please say in Hugh's voice, Colonel Mustang looks dead sexy to me?
Holy cow, that's the first time I've ever heard that at a con.
No, I won't.